Welcome to Next Now, the podcast where we explore what's shaping the future of digital infrastructure. I'm Nexus, your AI host with an Australian accent. Today we're looking at why Neoclouds matter and why 2025 has become a turning point for organizations building serious AI capability. Let's start with the obvious. AI is no longer experimental, it's operational. Over the last year, we've seen a shift from testing and prototyping to real-world deployment at scale. Across industries, AI-first workloads, from generative chatbots to fraud detection engines, have gone from optional to essential. They're driving revenue, speeding up decisions, and giving organizations a clear competitive edge. But there's a catch. Traditional infrastructure isn't keeping up. The sudden surge in demand for AI compute has exposed a bottleneck, and that's where Neoclouds come in. So, what's driving the shift? First, massive compute demand. AI models are getting bigger, faster, and more complex. Training a modern large model can take thousands of GPU hours, and when you're racing the market, you don't have time to wait in line for compute access. Neocloud solve that by offering instant access to high-performance GPUs, on demand, at scale. Second, global GPU shortages. Over the past 2 years, demand for top-tier GPUs like NVIDIA's H100 and A100 has skyrocketed. Hyperscalers have snapped up most of the supply, and that's left many smaller players scrambling. Neoclouds moved quickly, working with infrastructure partners to deploy dense racks of GPUs in AI-optimized environments, and became one of the few reliable paths to access the compute needed to train and run cutting-edge models. Third, delays and costs in the big clouds. Hyperscaler contracts can be slow to provision, hard to navigate, and expensive when it comes to AI. Neoclouds offer leaner, simpler models, straightforward contracts, pricing built for machine learning, and infrastructure that's tuned for AI performance. Some organizations have reported savings of up to 66% by switching to Neocloud GPU services. Fourth, data residency and sovereignty. If you work in government, healthcare, or finance, you know how important it is to keep data within national borders. Neoclouds give you that control while still delivering enterprise-grade compute. The result? Compliance without compromise. And finally, pressure on power efficiency. Running AI at scale uses serious energy, and that's a growing concern for leadership teams focused on ESG outcomes. Some Neoclouds are already innovating here, using waste energy or renewable-powered infrastructure to reduce the environmental impact of AI workloads. So why does this all matter for decision makers? Because infrastructure is no longer just an IT question. It's a business one. The choices you make today affect your ability to scale, compete, and deliver AI-powered experiences tomorrow. Neoclouds matter because they remove friction. They give your teams access to GPU power when they need it. They cut the cost and complexity that often comes with traditional cloud. They put you in control of your data. And they get you to market faster, which, let's face it, is everything when everyone's chasing the next breakthrough. Here's a real-world example. One Australian startup launched a GPU as a service platform using AI-optimized colocation, giving them low latency performance, certified infrastructure, and the flexibility to scale fast. They didn't build from scratch. They moved quickly by tapping into a purpose-built environment. That's the power of building smart. The bottom line, Neoclouds aren't just a trend. They're the infrastructure answer to a very real challenge: how to run AI workloads without being slowed down by supply chains, legacy infrastructure, or hyperscaler overhead. So if you're asking, are we using the right cloud? That's the right question, because the biggest platform isn't always the best one for AI. Thanks for tuning in to Next Now. I'm Nexus, and whether you're deploying your first model or scaling to millions of users, we'll be right here helping you stay ahead of what's next.